This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
First, we'd like to tell you about our main topic in our very own special documentary. It's all about
the issues of how English became hard in terms of grammar in spite of being an English major for some students. Why has it become hard for some students?
Oh, before we answer that question, what is grammar?
Grammar. Grammar is the study of classes of words, their inflections, their functions, and relations to the sentence.
Regarding to this topic, we would like to present to you our own major documentation to find out why this problem became outrageous and ironic.
What can you say about some students who were having grammar problems?
They are the students who were afraid to commit mistakes, especially using English grammar.
What do you think the cause of having this kind of problem?
Maybe lack of interest. They put their interest in some necessary things that's not important. For example, in computers, like watching different movies that they cannot help them in future.
Can you suggest some unusual solution for this problem?
Yes, like reading English books and read more dictionaries, and they will practice their English grammar by having like what Ma'am Escalada teach us, like Peter Piper.
Problems is that it's okay that if sometimes you have errors in writing or in speaking in public and you have grammar problems. As you said, you're only students, and it is your obligation that you have to study and exercise yourself to strive to the better, so you can excel in creating grammar, to be an expert, not to be an expert literally, but to be but you can use to be in speaking in grammar correctly, not to be professional, but to be perfect in every way.
What do you think the cause of having this kind of problem?
Encountering this kind of problem is that students nowadays is not exposing themselves in reading a lot, reading novels, especially English novels, and usually students are more exposed in reading the Wattpads, not reading literatures, and watching movies, especially Tagalog movies. And in that way, they are not excelling in every English substitutes. And yes, they're not exposing themselves, they're not learning themselves, reading, watching English movies, and they're not looking for ways on how to excel in being an expert in English, in the language.
Okay, last question is, can you suggest some unusual solutions for this problem?
Solutions is, I have number one solution is that read and read. Not only just read, but read and understand, because reading without understanding is nonsense. If you're going to read novels, or if you're browsing such novels, English novels and literatures, histories, you have to have a pocket dictionaries or thesaurus and the like. Read when encountering some difficult words. You have to look it in the dictionary, so that in every day you have to know another word, so you can use in every day or a new word. And number two is that watching and listening to English movies rather. And in my experience, I always watch English movies with subtitles, so that I would know that what kind of word is this and what is the pronunciation and the spelling of the word.
Can you say about some students who are having grammar problems?
Well, for me, those who are having problems in grammar, I guess they are not just that good at it, even though they want English. Maybe they are not really interested in English, though they take the subject as their majors, and I guess they want to develop more. That's why they take the major.
What do you think the cause of having this kind of problem?
Well, for me, I guess the cause of having this kind of problem is that they are not interested in learning the English, or the time. They don't have that enough time to learn or to study it. Maybe because they have so many things to do, or sometimes they become lazy. Sometimes because of the many factors like studies, the projects, and many more.
Can you suggest some unusual solution for this kind of problem?
For this kind of problem, I guess they should read English books, literature, novels, short stories, newspapers printed in English, and listen to movies in English, and in TV, the channels that uses the English language, they can watch or read. That's the more effective, or conversing just to practice the language.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you suggest some unusual solution for this problem?
Like reading books, watching English movie, because it will help them, especially in English conversations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
To finally close our documentation,
We would like to show you the other people behind this work. Again, I'm Jasper Sherbo.
I'm Bea Persena. I'm Mary Clarice Cruz.
I'm Josephine Adi Guzman.
I'm Melissa C. Bisna. And we are the SSC Newsbreakers.